continuing with the last panel of today's schedule. The topic is conception of young players' education on club level. And welcome to the podium, Steffan Ziesche. Steffan is coming from ice hockey family. He is a former German professional ice hockey player and now coach and assistant coach of German national teams under 17, under 18, under 19, under 20, and seniors as well. Steffan, the floor is yours.
Thank you. First of all, I will say hello and thanks being here and that I can talk to you guys. And yeah, my topic for today will be the conception of young players' education on club level. There's certainly not just one way to develop players, but always adapt to the local conditions. I would like to speak here from my experience as a coach in an organization in Berlin. And yeah, I have some topics here, and integration education with young players, development and club level ice hockey is a valuable concept that emphasize holistic growth. And I have a couple points here we will go through. And yeah, balancing academic and athletics, young players involved in ice hockey at the club level, they need a schedule that allows for both sports training and academics. And this requires coordination between the hockey club and local schools to accommodate practice times and travel schedule. Flexible schooling options it's a really important point too. That can help players manage their academic responsibilities alongside rigorous hockey training and competitions. Because the kids, the young players, they have a long day, a long week, long months, and a really hard year. Then we have the life skill education that might include incorporating life skills education within a hockey program can enhance players' personal development. And yeah, then we go for the next point, emphasizing academics achievements. That means promoting academics achievements alongside athletics, such as encourage players in excel both areas, on and off the ice too. And yeah, recognize accomplishments within the club, foster a culture that values well-rounded individuals. Cooperation with schools, it's an important point, and we are in a lucky situation in Berlin. We have a special school, a elite school of sport, next to our rink. That means our kids, they can walk from the rink to the school in 5 minutes, and back from the school to the rink in 5 minutes. So everything is really closed. And yeah, if you don't have this kind of style, you have to establishing a partnership with local schools, and that's possible for sure. Then I think the long-term career planning, it's a big point for education young players about the importance of educations behind their hockey careers. Is essentials. And yeah, most players, we know that all, will not become professional athletes. So emphasizing that the value of education for future opportunities is it's really vital. Creating a supportive environment is meaning fostering a supportive environment within the club where education is prioritized alongside hockey. And yeah, helps the players understand the importance of balance and sets them up for success in the long term, what they have. And one of the important points every time again, it's the parental involvement and education. Yeah, the education parents about the importance of education and sports balance can also contribute significantly to the success of this approach. Yeah, parental support is crucial for young athletes to thrive academically and athletically. Monitoring and evaluation is the next point. That regularly monitoring players' academic progress and evaluating the effectiveness of educational initiatives within the club can help refine and improve the program over the time. Education young players in club level and comprehensive approach that focus not only on developing their skills on the ice, but also their overall growth as individuals. And I have a couple other points here. They are playing, skill development, implements structured programs that cater to different age groups and skill levels. Focus, I think we have to focus on fundamental skills like skating, puck handling, passing, shooting, and game tactics progressively advance to more complex skills as players develop. Qualifying coaching staff. I think that's a big thing in every organization, in every club, to have good coaches, employ knowledgeable and certified coaches who understand child development and hockey specific skills. And coaches should emphasize both individual skills, improvement, and team strategy. Physical and mental condition include off and ice training sessions that focus on strength, conditioning, agility. Additionally, incorporate mental skills training to enhance focus. Resilience and decision-making under pressure, what really important is to do the right things in the right time. Game understanding and strategy. We have to teach the players about the rules of the game, positional play, team systems, situational awareness, encourage players to think critically and make decisions on the ice. And use hockey as a platform to instill life skills that extend beyond the rink. Character development, emphasize value like teamwork, discipline, respect, and sportsmanship. And then we go to balanced approach, encourage a balance between hockey and other sports. I think that's really important too. If the kids can play, if the kids be kids, if the teenager can be teenager, and if they can more play like only hockey, if they can play football, soccer, handball, whatever, I think they will be the better sportsmen at all. And again, parent education and involvement. It's educate parents about the development needs of young athletes, including nutrition, rest, and psychological support, that they understand what's really important for their kids to grow up. And competition and fun. We know normally it's hard work every day, but the kids have to have fun every day too. If they come to us at the rink, we have to bring them fun. They have to have discipline for sure, but fun, it's not that they can yelling around and do what they like to do, but we have to have fun. And that means they have to play the game and they have to learn the game to play. And then player safety, and here it's prioritize player safety by enforcing proper equipment, injury prevention strategies, and I think it's important too that they're playing within the rules to avoid unnecessary risk. And by by embracing the principle, young player can not only develop into a skilled athlete, but also responsibility individuals who carry the values to learn on the ice and into other aspects of their lives. I think it's important. It's an important point too. So then we have the long-term player development model, implement a long-term model that provides a pathway for players to progress through different. This model should prioritize skills acquisition over short-term results. Continuous evaluation and feedback, regularly assess player progress through evaluations and feedback sessions. Community engagement and support foster a strong sense of community within the club. Organize events. It's important, put everybody together, bring the parents in, the teachers, fundraisers, and outreach programs to engage families and promote the growth of hockey in a local community. If I start my speak list, I talk about the sports school what we have in Berlin, and that's we are really lucky. Berlin, like many regions with a strong sports culture, there are specific schools or programs designed only for athletes and to balance their sports training with academic education. This sports school offer a curriculum that supports both athletics and sports, and we work really, really close together with them, with the teachers. We have what we can say every month a big meeting, and we know every time what's happened with the kids in the school, if they learn, if they have good notes or not, and then we can react right away. And it's really important that we working really close with them together. So dual curriculum, sports school, typical offer a dual curriculum combining regular academic classes with intensive sports training. So that means we start normally a day, like a Tuesday, in the morning at 7:15. We have ice practice we had ice practice in Berlin, 1 hour. After that, the kids go to school from 9:30 to 2:30. Then they have lunch. Then they come back at the rink. Then we have a off-ice session, and then we have another ice session at the evening. So, and that's, we can say, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday start early in the morning school till 12 o'clock. So then they come back to the rink. We have a meeting and short off-ice practice, and then we have ice practice, and because only 45, maybe 1 hour practice session on ice, because we have a lot of traveling from Berlin if we play the championship regular season, and so they have a little bit rest, because our trips are really, really tough every weekend, because nobody is around us. I think our shortest trip was one time was Dresden. That was like a derby. The other trips going to the south or west or southwest, and it is how it is. So, but it's hard for the kids too, and for the coaches also, if you're sitting 10 hours in the bus. So, then sports trainings, and that's a good thing on the sports school. Receive advanced training in their sports. So this can include daily practice, specialized coaching, fitness conditioning, and participation on competitive leagues and tournaments. And in my time in Berlin, we try to figure out how we can get better, how we can make the players better. And this time we have only 3 teams they battle on the same level in our league in Germany, and so then we start to go to Finland. We played tournaments in the preseason. We tried to play in the normal regular season with competition games, but that doesn't work really well. And then we talk with the coach from Mannheim and a good friend of mine, Jiří Kulek from Red Bull Salzburg, what we can do. And we find a solution. We start to play in the Czech league. And that was a big challenge for us in this time. So we play against the same age. We have more than 20, we have 20 games more than normal in the season. So we have our regular season, the German regular season, plus the games against the Czech teams. So that means we have to play in the week. So we travel Tuesday, we play Tuesday night, we play Wednesday midday, we travel back to Berlin, and on the weekend we have our regular season. And this challenge was really hard, and that works only because we have a good deal with our sports school, and they understand what we need, what the kids need, and we have to hear from them, and we talk a lot with the teachers, and we have some problems in the school with a couple guys for sure, and we take them out then. They can't play anymore. So they have practice with us, but they have to go to school regularly. And if the notes goes up and better again, so then we bring them back to the games. Because that's important. It's our style to work with the kids in Berlin. Because what I say before, not everybody will be a professional after junior hockey. And and the teacher understand the athletic commitment and work to ensure they keep up with their studies. So that was the biggest challenge, and we played very well. And we produce a lot of players. They play now in the first team at the Eisbären Berlin, and I think that's the way to grow up, to develop players too, and what we did too is that always if we have under 13 age, under 15, the best players, they practice every time on the higher level. So that means the under 13 players, they practice with under 15, the under 15 with under 17, the under 17 with under 20 players. And then we have cooperations with other teams from other leagues. That means Berlin has now a cooperation with the farm. It's like a farm team. It's Weißwasser. They send the players to Weißwasser. They can play there, or to Garmisch, Pet, sometimes. And they have good coaches there, and they let them play. They let them make them mistakes. They can grow up, they can develop, and I think that's important too, that you have an organization with more teams. They work together, they put everything together what they have, and to develop the players then. And so far that's what we did in Berlin, and like the games with in the Czech league, it was not only a challenge with the school, it was always a financial challenge for us too. So the parents have to pay a little bit more than they have to pay normally, but they did, and no question about this. We talk really open to them, and we say we have this program, we like to do this, and but we can't financial it. And then they say no problem, and the cost for the parents for every kid for the whole season was 450 euro. It's a lot of money, but everything was included: traveling, food, hotel, and I know it's hard, and hockey is an expensive sport, but end of the day, I think it was a good decision from us in this time, and the parents were. They are on our side in this time. So, yeah. And, balanced school schedule is, the daily schedule of a student athlete in sports school may involve morning training sessions, what I say before, and, coaching, mentorship. Athletes benefit from experienced coaches and mentors who understand the challenge of balancing. And sports school often have state-of-the-art facilities, including training grounds, gyms, and assets, and we are in a lucky situation. We have everything what we need at our area in Berlin. I don't know if somebody knows it, Sports Forum Berlin. We have more than 20 kind of sports there: volleyball, soccer, gymnastic, figure skating, speed skating, hockey, whatever. A lot of sport there, and a lot of grounds to practice, inside, outside. And we have a big adventure too. That's the part of the sport medicine. We have a part of the sport medicine there where we can test our players every year, twice, after the season and in front of the season. And we are really happy to have that there. And that's a professional support for the athletes to development. Competitional exposure is being part of sports school exposes athletes to higher level of competition, and that I talked about before too, nationally and internationally. That means that we play a good role in a national league and international. With the Czech league, it was a big experience for us, and grows every athlete up. And still now we can see what we have in. At the German national team, we have Jonas Müller over there. He's playing for Eisbären Berlin, Kai Wissmann, Tobias Anschitschka. All the players, they go through our minor hockey program, Leon Gawanke. And Kai Wissmann, Jonas Müller, they're still now 3 times German championship winner. They won the silver medal last year in the World Championship, and Jonas Müller also the silver medal at the Olympics a couple of years before. And I think, that you can see if you put and you invest a lot, you have good coaches, you have a good setup, you have everything what you need to develop player, success will be there. So I'm a little bit fast, I know. But I think you guys hungry too. It's a long day. And if you have questions, don't hesitate, ask, please. Thank you very much. Nobody's there. It's a good question, yeah. End of the day, it was a little bit too much, but it wasn't. We start to have only 15 games with the Czech teams, and first of all, they changed the program in Germany, so we have less games than the season before. That's why we talked to the Czech Federation, and so we played a normal round. So, and then, it's like always, something has happened. The German Federation say, okay, we play the normal league, the normal games. So, and then we are in a shit house. So we can't back, so we have to play all the games, and it was really hard. And honestly, it was, end of the day, it was too much for the players. It was too much games. They are tired. They are really tired. Then the next season, we have less games in Germany, the same in Czech, and it was a better situation, and we can handle it better. And what I say before, I think the games are okay. You know, players, they like to play more than they are practicing. And that's what we must do, the practice, the normal practice, because we are playing all the time. And we can't practice anymore, and the traveling, that hurt us a lot.
Perfect. Were you able to check the both sliders or the first one only?
Yeah.
You go with the second one?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the curriculum in English?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah, I have it in English, yeah. And we have sometimes in English more than in German, that's in English, yeah. We have both there, and but more in German than in English, so that's only, normally this sports school is normally for German people, for German sports athletes.
Do we have any other question on slide or not? Yes. How much cost season for a kid?
That's a good question too, because we have a dorm there too for players. They are not from Berlin, because we have for every team, for every age group, 3 to 4 players, and they have to pay €450 per month. But there's everything included: school, food, living, and yeah, I think that's a cost for a kid in Berlin, to play in Berlin.
So we don't have any question from slide. Yeah, next one. How many games do you play in total?
In the past, if we play the Czech league, or with the Czech league, in the Czech league, we have more than over 60 games per season. Over 60 games. And that's what I say before. It was on the end of the day, it was too much in this time.
I think that it was the last question of today's program. Thank you, Steffan. Steffan Ziesche.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this is the end of today's program, and now it's time for lunch. Thank you very much for your attention and networking. So please leave this meeting room as fast as you can, because we have to change the setup of this meeting room for the next event, and the lunch is in the second room, in the meeting room on the right side from this meeting room. And bon appetit, have a nice day, and see you tomorrow. We're gonna start tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Thank you, have a nice day, see you tomorrow.